After Rohit Sharma's press conference ended, it was the turn of Babar Azam to speak about his Pakistan cricket team and their build-up for the World Cup. Pakistan made a great statement of intent by absolutely thrashing Nepal by 238 runs in the first ODI at Multan. Now, September 2, which is in less than 12 to 13 hours away, you are going to see the mega blockbuster clash, India versus Pakistan at the Palakele International Cricket Stadium. Now, Babar Azam, he sounded pretty calm. He also sounded the fact that, okay, it is a high pressure game, but we are trying not to take the pressure. India versus Pakistan always has that X factor, be it volatility, be it tension on the field, off the field. But Babar Azam and his team are trying to play it cool, and they want to ensure that they do not panic ahead of this crunch encounter here. Remember, India versus Pakistan, whoever wins this will all but certainly go into the super force. If Pakistan win it, they go into the super force quite easily. India, if they win it, they will join Pakistan also in that, because Nepal already are facing a big net run rate deficit. Now, during the press conference, there was a particular question asked about his equation with Virat Kohli and the comparisons. As I had mentioned in the earlier, even in the matchups, Virat Kohli versus Babar Azam is one of the top matchups that you can see. Two greats in this era. One a certified great, one on the path to greatness. Similar averages of 59, and the comparisons that whether he should be part of the Fab 4 and make it the Fab 5, that often comes up. But Babar Azam was asked a question about Virat Kohli, and he gave a very, very dignified answer, and one that might shut the debate of the Virat Kohli versus Babar Azam debate in the near future, because Babar Azam stated on his comparisons that people have made that Babar is like Virat Kohli. He said, Virat versus Babar debate can be left to those that are debating. I respect him. Virat helped me when I was starting in 2019. I have a great relationship with a lot of the Indian players. So, whoever is debating Virat versus Babar, that debate can be left to them who are debating all the time. So, when he talks about Virat Kohli and the Indian team, there is just no debate, there is just no comparisons. There is respect, mutual admiration amongst the teams nowadays. Whatever may be the politics of the field, on the field there is genuine mutual admiration, and because of that, Virat Kohli and Babar Azam share a very, very good bond. When Babar Azam was kind of trying to make it into the big leagues in 2019, he sought Virat Kohli's advice, and from that point on, the respect and friendship that these two share is simply magnificent. Virat Kohli and Babar Azam, they are two greats who can coexist side by side. One is already great, the other might come to greatness in the near future. So, whoever is debating, they can debate it within their own bubble. That is what Babar Azam wants. Now, remember, Pakistan's batting kind of veers on the mercurial. Either it can be good when all departments click, or it can be really, really dodgy, like how it happened in the Afghanistan ODIs, like how it happened. If it's good against Nepal, it's great that the batting clicks, but if the batting does not click, you have a situation like you had in the 3 ODIs versus Afghanistan. Now, Babar Azam has said that no need for major changes, the stability factor will remain, it is well and truly there, our top order will remain the same. So, he is backing the top order to do well. If the top order doesn't score, middle order has also started performing as well. You saw in the recent game how Iftikhar Ahmed scored a brilliant 100 and ensured that he scored at a very healthy strike rate also. Babar Azam started slowly, had a good strike rate towards the end, and that's why they reached 340 plus. But remember one thing, Pakistan's batting might tend to veer towards the 90s and the 2000s. They don't play according to the new template that is there in ODI career, which is slam bang. Maybe the conditions in Sri Lanka don't dictate that. And that's why you saw that was a good statement of intent that they made in Multan. But again, the pitch there was totally different. So, India versus Pakistan, if you look at it, top order will have a huge, huge role. And Fakhar Zaman, let us be very sure about that, has always hurt India in the past. Travel. Now remember, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, if you look at them, and even Nepal, all these teams are traveling to and fro from Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Guess who's the only team that isn't traveling? India. Because of the situation that exists politically between India and Pakistan, India are playing all their games in Sri Lanka. Pakistan and all the other nations will have to travel back and forth for their games. Now, how unfair or fair is it? Because traveling does take a toll, and because of that, teams might be they might not adjust to the conditions quickly. India have gotten the best of it as always. Other teams have just not gotten it. But Babar Azam isn't complaining. He clearly stated that yes, we knew from the start, this is all part of the sport. Traveling doesn't make a difference. Nowadays, professionally, if you look at it, it doesn't make that much of a difference how much you travel. I mean, you look at the IPL, 2 months across the wide spectrum of India, you travel like crazy. And remember, India isn't a small country, it's a massive country. 3 hours from north to south by flight does take a toll. So, Babar Azam is very professional, and the Pakistan team are very professional that yes, we will, but traveling is part of it. We are not complaining about it. Our backroom staff have really treated us well, and they have made us strong about this particular thing. But remember, the Asia Cup is one of the major tournaments before the World Cup. Asia's top teams will be there, and you will have similar conditions to what you encounter in India towards October, November. In that, Babar Azam said preps are for the World Cup, but you cannot take the Asia Cup lightly. This was the same statement that even Rohit Sharma made, that you cannot take the Asia Cup lightly, because even the game against Nepal, even the game against Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, every game will have a lot of value as far as team balance, team composition is concerned. The region's best teams are here. That's the point. Remember, Bangladesh can be a dark horse. Afghanistan can be the dark horse on their given day. But now in this Asia Cup, you have started. Now the business end will be how you prepare for the World Cup after this. Because from 18 September onwards till now, every nation will gear up for the World Cup. And that is the key thing. So, India versus Pakistan really is hotting up. We are now less than about 20 to 18 hours away from the big clash that will begin at 2:30 p.m. IST. Remember, 2:30 p.m. IST is the toss, 3 p.m. IST is the match. The chances of rain in Palakele are very slim. It may rain in Kanji, but in Palakele, that doesn't happen. So, you might have a short interruption, but the ground drains well, and the ground staff are one of the best. So, India versus Pakistan, you will have a full game. Interruptions, maybe not, maybe it stays away. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.